we're absolutely delighted and honored to have you all here to experience an amazing opportunity and to break the fast with us. This is a golden opportunity to at least witness your brothers and sisters in the Muslim faith being struggling and suffering throughout the entire day. And yes, we fast the whole day from sunrise to sundown. No coffee. I have to get that straight because I get that question all the time. When we say we fast, but okay, do you still drink water? No water. How about coffee? If you can't drink water, obviously you can't get coffee. But yes, for the record, we fast from everything. And on top of all that, to be honest, Ramadan is a month of building connections with God. And really to get closer to Him by experiencing what other individuals who are underserved or unfortunate for not having access to food and water, you also get to experience that. Us, we are experiencing it just in the couple hours during the day, but let's reflect on those who do not have access to food, water, and basic necessities for days, if not months, if not the whole entire year. So this is a month of reflection for us as Muslims, and we are honored to really experiencing it with you. And I believe this is what, the 10th, Sufyan? This is the 10th annual iftar that we do it for law enforcement. It's nothing but to recognize the service that you provide to our community. So please give yourself a round of applause for everything that you have given to our community. This is something that we truly honor having you every year, and we choose Ramadan because we want you to also experience the opportunity with us. We will start our program with a few recitation from the Quran. Imam Hussein, he is our Imam during the month of Ramadan and throughout the whole year, leading our prayers. He will recite verses 59 to 65 from chapter 27 if you want to follow. Please help me welcome Sheikh Hussein.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل الحمد لله وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى الله خير أما يشركون أمن خلق السماوات والأرض وأنزل من السماء ماء فأنبتنا به حدائق ذات بهجة ما كان لكم أن تنبتوا شجرها أإله مع الله بل هم قوم يعدلون أمن جعل الأرض قرارا وجعل خلالها أنهارا وجعل بين البحرين حاجزا أإله مع الله بل أكثرهم لا يعلمون أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء ويجعلكم خلفاء الأرض أإله مع الله قليلا ما تذكرون أمن يهديكم في ظلمات البر والبحر ومن يرسل الرياح بشرا بين يدي رحمته أإله مع الله تعالى الله عما يشركون أمن يبدأ الخلق ثم يعيده ومن يرزقكم من السماء والأرض أإله مع الله قل هاتوا برهانكم إن كنتم صادقين قل لا يعلم من في السماوات والأرض الغيب إلا الله وما يشعرون أيان يبعثون صدق الله العظيم. اللهم يا ربنا اجعل القرآن العظيم ربيع قلوبنا ونور أبصارنا وجلاء همومنا وأحزاننا. يا ربنا ذكرنا منه ما نسينا وعلمنا منه ما جهلنا وارزقنا حسن تلاوته على الوجه الذي يرضيك عنا. اللهم آمين آمين.
We thank Sheikh Hussein for this amazing and beautiful recitation. Again, all the verses that he recited to us reflected on the power and the blessing of God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this case, and the experiences that we have in our lives that we must recognize. Next, we just celebrated our 25th anniversary, the ICD, the Islamic Center of Detroit, a couple months ago. And those who were able to attend, thank you for being there. And those who missed it, we actually captured a video for the entire event that we would like to share with you. So can we play the video, please?
Thank you so much for your attendance and your presence here this evening.
Over the years, there have been many challenges, but after 25 years, we are humbled with the support we have received, the impact we have made, and the lives we have touched.
I'm proud to join you to celebrate the Islamic Center of Detroit's 25th anniversary. 25 years of faith and action and service to our great city.
This organization is an anchor institution in the most important sense of that phrase. Because there are people whose lives are better centered in community because of ICD. There are people who are better positioned to be successful and the best version of themselves because of ICD. And it's 25 years of impact that will echo for generations to come. On behalf of the entire state of Michigan, I have a special tribute to celebrate 25 years signed by me and Gresham Whitmer. God bless.
It is a community center. It is a community hub that opens up its doors to peoples of all backgrounds, all nationalities, and all faiths. ICD serves as an example in that fashion. It welcomes all through its doors to offer assistance, food pantry assistance, health assistance, whether it be mental or physical.
And she's really a center of why ICD is so important. One of the privileges, honors I have is to enter into the congressional record the beautiful work and contributions of the Islamic Center of Detroit. Welcome one of our amazing community mothers, Suhaib.
ICD is an important institution. It is an institution that has stood for 25 years, but it's not the brick and mortar about this particular building that makes us who we are as a community. What makes the ICD so special is the character of the men and women that have come out of the ICD.
I have the honor to present this tribute on behalf of the state of Michigan and the House of Representatives that State Senator Sylvia Santana wanted to join us in presenting. It's our privilege to join with the citizens of Michigan in proudly recognizing the Islamic Center of Detroit on the occasion of the 25th anniversary.
Congratulations on your 25 years of service, and thank you for showing the rest of the country what serving communities looks like.
The resolution, which will go into the Wayne County archives, which means that at any moment in history, you can go into the archives and you'll find this resolution acknowledging the 25-year mark of the Islamic Center of Detroit.
On behalf of Chief Todd Beddison and the Detroit Police Department, it's an honor to be here for the 25th anniversary of the Islamic Center of Detroit.
The ICD has consistently given back to the community and to the city of Detroit, and we're looking forward to celebrating you for years to come.
In my role as councilman, I have the opportunity to witness tremendous impact this organization has on the lives of residents every single day.
There's no Islamic center in the United States of America that has done what ICD has done with its mental health center.
Yes, the ICD does a lot of community work, externally helping people, but let's not forget what they did to the youth. But I will tell you, and I will leave you with this, I work at the ICD every single day. We see the thousands of people that come in for the religious services, the thousands of people that come for Tron, the thousands of people that come for the food pantry.
May Allah bless all of the teachers and the founders and the staff of the school and the masjid, the people that have come and left over the decades, and the people that have shaped our paths.
And it's a testament to the work that the ICD does, that doesn't just impact what's going on in Detroit, but also around Wayne County and across the state.
Thank you for your 25 years of compassion, faith, and determination. Once again, congratulations. Let's keep working together to build a stronger, healthier, and more united Michigan.
Thank you for the team that worked to put this together. What an amazing video showcasing what we have done for our community for the past 25 years. And we are looking forward, hopefully, for more years to come. Again, I sit between you guys and the food, which will be served exactly only during the month of Ramadan, that people will eat regardless of what the event is. Once the call to the prayer happens, everybody will start eating. Don't get scared. We will just start with water and dates. Those who would like to experience the prayer with us, please join us next door. We will be praying for about 5 to 7 minutes. Then we'll be back to eat with you as well. Those who would like to start ahead of time, I recommend that. You can start while the rest are praying. But if you wanted to experience, it's next door for men, this side for women. Also, restrooms are obviously available, women on this side, and then men to my right. That is the program for tonight. We still have our Imam, Imran, hopefully, will share a few words with us, but as soon as he gets here, he will give us these few remarks. What I'd like to share with you is really a personal story during the month of Ramadan. A lot of people think of Ramadan as an opportunity to sleep and eat. Unfortunately, it's the complete opposite in our religion. We are expected to obviously eat less and sleep less, believe it or not, the complete opposite. And what we do throughout the day, we wake up closer to 5 a.m. to eat our last meal. Those who love sleeping, usually they just get water and go back to bed. Those who are able to eat something, they can, but we start really the day at 5 a.m. You eat something as much as you can, then we go for our first prayer, which usually starts at 6 o'clock. 6 a.m. we go to the mosque if you are able to. We do our first prayer. That marks our fasting starting point. Somebody's alarming something. Okay. It's not time for the prayer yet. And then we fast all the way to today will be 6:15. The time goes up a minute to 2 every single day. Just picture this, couple months ago or couple Ramadans ago, we used to break our fast closer to 9:30, 9:40 p.m. So this Ramadan is much easier, to be honest. So we're okay. Back then, the battery of anybody speaking would be down to 2%. Today, I'm at about 45%. I think I'm doing okay. So that's really how we experience the whole month of Ramadan. And during the last 10 days of Ramadan, we come back at night twice. The first time after we pray our last prayer, and we pray for about an hour to 2, and then you go back to your house. Some of them, they stay at the mosque, and we come back later, closer to 3 a.m. to do what's called the nightly prayer. That's the last 10 nights of Ramadan. Because we believe there is a night during those 10 nights that equates a worship of 83 years. So that's why people go to the mosque in the last 10 days for twice. While we're waiting for an imam, does anybody have any question about fasting or Ramadan? This is just an open floor. We haven't done it before, but I'd love to have it. Anybody have a questions to ask, something to clarify, especially you are in the law enforcement, you get to deal with a lot, I'm sure, during the day. Anybody has a questions to share?
They don't, I start.
Oh, I would look for questions. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, you got a question?
I have a question to all the officers. So if it's time to break fast and I kind of speed a little bit and I try and going to go home to break my fast, are you going to still give me a ticket?
The answer is yes. Somebody said yes. They just don't want to say it.
Even though my son works for the team? No.
Yeah, unfortunately, it happened to some of us. They'll be speeding, flying, and then when a police officer stops them, and the first excuse, oh, I need to catch the prayer. No, brother or sister, you could do better than that. Just manage your time. It's not an excuse, but we have had that in the past. Now, please help me welcome Imad Hamad, who will recognize all of you, obviously. I was told, but I honestly cannot, because I'm sure I'll miss at least 50. So he'll do a better job at it.
Thank you, Monsieur. One, I know that we gather here every year. It's became like a tradition for the ICD to host this law enforcement Ramadan iftar dinner, break the fast together, and break bread together. It's 10 years, believe it or not. I like to go back 10 years. I look younger and cuter, I think. I know that timing was perfect for the beginning of the holy month of Ramadan. Indeed, it coincided with Ash Wednesday and the season of Lent. And what a better occasion than that, serving God through serving humanity. So we're here bonded together. And since we are bonded together, the Imam came to break this bond now. So Imam, I'll introduce to you the Imam Imran of the ICD with his words of wisdom.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon you all. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, we welcome you all to the Islamic Center of Detroit once again. And you know that this is a yearly habit for us to welcome you because we are partners with the practitioners of justice. One of the highest ideals in Islam, and in fact one of the names of God in Islam is Al-Adl, the just, the fair. However, the practitioner of justice should have a high regard for the sanctity of life and for human dignity. This is the most important centerpiece when considering practicing justice, because we cannot lose sight of why justice is a highly valued concept. It's a highly valued concept because it protects people. And I must say very sincerely that it is always an honor to host people who are on the ground, whose life is on the line in order to protect such a high ideal. So we thank you sincerely for that. This is not an easy job. And we would like to thank every single one of you for dedicating your time, leaving your families in order to ensure that this country maintains the peace and tolerance that it was known for. So thank you all for that. With that being said, we must acknowledge that this is a very polarizing time. This is a time where there is a lot of emotion, and many statements are emotionally charged. And we cannot lose sight of each other as human beings. Once again, you are the ones that are putting the effort in the streets, making sure that our community, our families are safe. Whenever we have issues, whenever we are in trouble, we know that you are the people that we can rely on to call. However, at the same time, we are not immune from human error. We are not immune from human error. And all of us, including citizens, officers, law enforcement agents, all of us have the ability to fall into error and to fall into mistake. And human beings become polarized when they neglect their own responsibility to why a situation is the way that it is. Whether that is a citizen or whether that is an officer. My role today in being your brother in humanity is to remind you all of your duty to see your role in why society is the way that it is. And I say that to myself before anyone else. There is a reason why situations arise. We have to study those situations. We cannot allow for society to continue to assume that this is just the way that we are. We live in a chaotic environment. Sorry, that's just the way it is. No. It's our role, if we are partners, and this is why we have this iftar, to remind each other of this partnership, for us to reevaluate ourselves and to look at ourselves in the mirror and designate responsibility to ourselves and to each other. If there is a way for the Islamic Center of Detroit to be a partner to ensure peace and protection and stability, you can know with confidence that the Islamic Center of Detroit will always be there to aid in that regard. And I know with all of you in this room, and I recognize some of your faces, especially because you are recurring customers with our food, okay? I know for a fact that you are also partners in that cause, in providing that. But please do not assume that just because you are representative of an agency that you live up to that agency's name. Yes, we enforce the law, but we are here to protect human dignity and human rights. So I encourage every single one of you to evaluate yourselves, to look in the mirror, to remember that you are embodying the principles of liberty and justice for all every single day. And with great power comes great responsibility, as Sheikh Spider-Man said, mashallah, okay? May God bless you all. Thank you all for your efforts, and may God unite us all upon the principles, the universal values of justice and stability and peace. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.
Thank you. By the way, that's quite unusual for a clergy or an imam just to speak for a few minutes. So you're lucky tonight. One of the greatest lessons of the national tragedy of September 11 was that differences, different perspectives, challenges, regardless of its nature, regardless of its source, is a reason for us to connect, to engage, not to disconnect and not to disengage. Definitely, I think the Imam tried to hint to the people's emotions that we all are aware of, and nobody can deny it. It's a fact. Legit, not legit, valid, how valid. We can ask ourselves all kinds of questions. But the reality is, yes, people nowadays truly live in fear and anxiety as they fear what they hear about, what they read about, and what they witness on daily life. Definitely, I'm not trying to make it a political lecture, by the way. I'm referring to people, high emotions, and in many parts, it is right, because I think nobody here would accept to condone injustice or to be unfair or to go out of the line. Enforcement of the law is important, and nobody have a problem with it. At the same time, I think it is this challenge that goes through people's mind, that when they look at the law enforcement agencies, they look at them as one entity, not in different entities in different roles. So if a bad call happen, if a missed call happen here, it becomes automatic judgment against all. That's why we are in dire need for good practices, so we can boost people's morale and keep this notion of a trust alive. Trust is our common interest. Trust that makes us really more effective, more productive. Fear will not produce any fruits but fear, and will push people away from doing their diligent duty as good citizens to fight a crime by side with all the law enforcement agencies. Sometimes people's emotions get too high, that when they talk about law enforcement, especially at the federal level, sometimes they go too far, forgetting that we belong to the same humanity, we belong to the same society. It's our daughters, relatives, friends, etc., etc., etc. So we are together in this. This is where I go back to stress on the important notion of engagement and working together despite all the severe differences that we are dealing with nowadays. Challenges are mounting, challenges rapidly growing. You hear something this minute, maybe it changed the next minute, so it adds to the heavy cloud and the heavy fear and anxiety that people carry in their minds and their hearts. So it's you as law enforcement agency, it's us as community, it's both of us together are required to deal with this challenge in the right way, serving our society and serving our nation. So I know we are, 2 minutes? I'll take advantage of talking 2 more minutes, fine. I don't want to bore you, but I'm trying to entertain you a little bit. So we go back to say, general condemnation and general labeling is wrong, is really wrong. And it's not to be justified. It's like what we witnessed in Minnesota and across number of cities in the US brought its chilling effects on all of us. Regardless of the different perspectives, regardless who's right and wrong, we understand that law enforcement are not the ones who are making the laws or creating the laws. They are in a tough position too. But at the same time, those who received its impact in a tough position as well. So we need to keep this focus, this commitment, where we do what we need to do. We be at the right side of history, not lose track of our focus, that at the end of the day, we're here together, we're staying together, we stuck with each other, and we need to move forward serving our nation. In 1 minute, the call of the prayer, you're going to hear it. And I think this is where many of community members will go in to pray. Law enforcement and others can stay, can observe, but feel free to move forward and break the ice. I didn't mean the ice. Okay. So you feel free to move forward and break fast, okay? I know Murphy is looking at me. Then I know that we have a new agencies joining us this year. I will be, after they come back from the prayer and a break fast, we're going to introduce all of you, hopefully. So now the call of the prayer, and as of respect, we turn it off for 5 minutes. Thank you for joining us at this precious spiritual occasion. As you are enjoying the meal, later you continue to enjoy the sweets at the corner. I like to recognize the law enforcement families who are with us tonight. I don't usually do it in a certain order, so when it comes to mind, I just say it. So I will start with CBP, FBI, US Border Patrol, DEA, ATF, and then I go to the police departments with us, Michigan State Police, Detroit Police Department, Lancaster Police Department, Melvin-Dane Police Department, Hamtramck Police Department, Southfield Police Department, Dearborn Police Department, Taylor Police Department, Livonia Police Department, Genesee County Sheriff Department, Wayne County Sheriff Department. I guess I'm in trouble with Murphy again, the Homeland Security team. So ATF, CBP, US, EEOC, Michigan Department of Civil Rights, and Michigan Army National Guard. Definitely, if I want to go with the names, it's going to have to consume much time, and we have to finish by a certain order of time, so the ICD proceed with its Ramadan ceremonies. With us also tonight, we have a few members of the bench. I start with U.S. District Judge Terrence Berg, one of the leaders who worked with us on the bridges right after September 11 forward. We have Judge Nicole Acosta, Judge Nab, Judge Adam Sabri. Did I forget any judge? I know Judge Perkins and Judge Miller. They are SVP to come. I'm not seeing them. Now, as we proceed with this, I know that we have a new guest with us, which is the Airport Police Authority. This is their first time joining us, and in that spirit, we're going to call on them to speak for 2 minutes remarks. But I want to start with the Colonel of Michigan State Police, Colonel Grady, to give us 2 minutes remarks on behalf of the Michigan State Police. So help me welcome him.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you for inviting the Michigan State Police here to be a part of this. This is a wonderful event. The state police is always really big on partnering with the people that we serve. And I can't stress enough everything that's been said before about having dignity and respect for people that we provide service to. We have to do that every day. It's expected of us, and the people deserve it. So it's great to see everyone here. I hope you enjoy yourself tonight. And again, I want to thank you on behalf of the Michigan State Police for inviting us here today. And if anyone is interested in some partnerships, I got one of my first lieutenants here from the Metro South Post and some of his staff here. Please get with them. Again, anything that you want to do in the communities, we are here and want to be a part of it. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We truly commend the partnership with Michigan State Police. I know that Commander Lance been at the front line with us, and we thank you and thank the Michigan State Police. We have with us the new agent in charge of the FBI in Detroit, Jennifer Anweg. I would like you to come. Yep. No line of order. I told you, whatever comes to mind, I just say it.
Okay, great. Well, good evening, everyone. It's great to see you all. My name is Jennifer Runyon. I'm the new special agent in charge of the FBI Detroit Field Office. This is my first iftar dinner, so I really appreciate the invite. And what the imam spoke about on justice and how we all, need to think about our role in that was really actually very inspiring, and is a core tenet for the FBI of obviously upholding people's civil rights, confronting hate and violence, and working together with the community to ensure that everyone feels safe. And we take that very seriously at the FBI, and so I just appreciate everyone's support and the partnerships, all the law enforcement partners here. We know we all have to work together to keep communities safe. So thank you, and look forward to working with you all more.
Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. I will be missed if I don't convey congratulations to Chief Farhat of Hamtramck Police Department. He just assumed this post recently. Thank you, Chief. Also, Chief Michael Kowalski from Dearborn Heights is a new chief for the city of Dearborn Heights. Thank you. I would say now, always pick on CPB as my favorite agency, so I'm gonna call on Fadia to come here. I saw her wearing the traditional dress, and by the way, it was hard for me to pronounce her last name, but she taught me a trick to be safe. So Fadia Pastulong. She's the port director at the airport of CBP. And she's a lifesaver too.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Kareem. As you mentioned, I am Fadia Pastalong. I am the port director at the Detroit Metropolitan Airport for Customs and Border Protection. I have been in law enforcement for over 24 years, most of which has been here in the state of Michigan in various roles. But I have been in my most recent role for a little over a year and a half, where I have had the honor of meeting many of you. Really just a sincere thank you to the organizers for bringing us together in the spirit of reflection, service, and community. You know, a profession like law enforcement, especially in these uncertain times, it really, when you bring us together, it really provides for an opportunity for us to, you know, remember not only our uniforms and our titles that we share, but really our common humanity. In Ramadan, it really speaks to us in that we think about the patience and the compassion that's necessary, as well as the integrity. And with that, I just want to say again, thank you. Thank you for putting together this wonderful event in observance of Ramadan, as well as for allowing me to be a part of this meaningful event.
Thank you, Ahmad. I want to thank the ICD. I don't think that there is any community in Southeast Michigan by any demographic, whether that's by religion or by race or by politics, that makes a more sincere effort to build bridges with law enforcement than the ICD, than the Muslim community here in Dearborn, period. The bridges... The bridges that the ICD tries to build with those of us in law enforcement is truly commendable, and I think that Ahmad has a lot to do with that, so thank you very much. Ultimately, we are public servants, whether you wear a uniform or some of us that are federal that do not wear a uniform. We are here to serve you. We swear an oath to protect and defend the Constitution, but we serve the people. So I'm glad to be here to interact with you all so that I can be seen first, as the Sheikh said, as a human. We want to see one another as humans first. So thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you.
I attended my first ALPAC meeting in January this year. That's where I met Ahmad. He invited us to this event. We're glad to be here. The airport has approximately 33 million people fly through there every year. Employees, 18,000 people are credentialed through it. So we don't have a traditional residential community, but we definitely have a huge footprint in Southeast Michigan. So we think it's important to be a part of this and be transparent in who we are and work together. Thank you.
And I would just echo the fact I want to salute the citizens that we serve, because without them, we would not have the power to do what we're doing. If you think about it, I've been on the job 40 years, and I realized over my career that in law enforcement, it all starts with community. You know, when we out here, we're doing what we're doing, we're getting the information from you all who are leading us to the people that we need to get off the street. So thank you very much for that. And for the collaboration that we have around this room, thank you for working for the Detroit Police Department. You helped us lower the crime in the city of Detroit. We just wish we keep that partnership going. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chief. Now, I will call on the DEA agent in charge. I know he's first timer as one with us, not the DEA. The DEA always participate, so please.
Thank you. I'm not the agent in charge. Special agent in charge, Joe Dixon, unfortunately couldn't make it. I think he actually set me up because maybe that's why I'm actually speaking. But anyhow, I just want to say this is my first time here. A pleasure. You've got a friend in DEA, obviously. We appreciate the invite. We appreciate the collaboration. And if you ever need anything, you know where to call. Thank you.
Well, you said anything. I just want the coin. It's by default. I ended up like collecting. Thank you, Agent. Thank you. So the last one I got, the last coin I got was from Timothy from U.S. Border Patrol. Come on. See, it's a payback now.
Thanks, Thank you,
Well, thank you, Ahmad, for still inviting us here, Border Patrol, myself, and Mr. Rodriguez. You talk about tumultuous times, and we're kind of at the face of that right now with our agency. So the last thing that we want is for you guys to stop reaching out to us. So events like this really help us still build relationships with the community and with the partnerships, local LEOs, federal, state, doesn't matter. So this means a lot to us. As he said, I'm Tim Balkus. I'm the newest patrol agent in charge here in Detroit sector. I run all of Metro Detroit area, so I just got there in October. I'm getting out to meet everybody. Please stop by, say hi. I have a few dozen business cards I want to hand out to you guys too. So please come and introduce yourselves, and I appreciate the invite, sir.
I don't know about 2 minutes, but my name is Terrence Berg, and I'm a United States District Judge. And I'm here basically because if Ahmad calls, then I try to come. I've known him since about 2005 because I was the first assistant U.S. attorney at that time in the U.S. Attorney's Office in Detroit. And it wasn't that long after 9/11. And there was a great deal of outreach going on between the U.S. Attorney's Office and the community, and Ahmad was central to that. And so I try to be supportive in events like this. I just want to say that it was an honor for me as a federal prosecutor to work with not only the federal law enforcement agencies, for whom I have a ton of respect, but also all of the state and local law enforcement agencies. As a judge, what we try to do is be true to the rule of law. That's my job. That's what all judges try to do. But that's also really what a good law enforcement officer does as well. And that's what I saw in many of the individuals that I worked with during my career as a prosecutor and that I still see now. And so I want to thank you all for the commitment, the courage, and the outreach that you do to your community and, of course, the protection that you do for your community. We're all very grateful for that. So thank you very much.
It's an honor to be with all of you, respected law enforcement, judges, in this wonderful event. Ahmad, you did it again. You and Brother Sufyan, you really bring people together from all persuasions, which is wonderful. I really just wanted to just mention one thing and just some of my observations, and I hope some can benefit from it from a different perspective. This is a month we also reflect, kind of in Ramadan, and I kind of reflect also on where America was and where we are. So just wanted to make some points. All of you, judges, lawyers, law enforcement, you stand at the front lines of the Constitution. When fear rises, the law stretches. There's no question. And history is an indicator for us. And it's going to be a good basis for how we really engage going forward. When September 11 occurred, the Patriot Act was enacted. After the Patriot Act, the Department of Homeland Security was formed to increase collaboration with agencies. And that's when ICE was formed. And the intent at that time was to prosecute, to deter terrorist activity. That was the intent. But history showed things occurred. Citizens' assets were taken without due process. People were put on a no-fly list without due process. Citizens were detained without due process. Judges stepped in. Judges did what they were supposed to do. They kept one branch of government in check. But what's important here to understand is that this was a shared responsibility between the agencies and the judges. Law enforcement must act decisively, but within constitutional bounds. Judges must review independently without pressure or politics. Lawyers must challenge when rights are threatened and defend lawful actions when it's justified. Importantly, security and liberty are not opposing forces. They are interdependent. Undermine one, and the other one eventually fails. Cooperation with law enforcement, judges, and lawyers is the safeguard. And citizens. After September 11, Bridges was formed with Ahmad and former Assistant Attorney Collins to have the citizens collaborate with law enforcement. Again, cooperation is safeguard. When each institution respects its role, the system strengthens. When one exceeds its authority, the other must respond, not as adversaries, but as constitutional partners. History teaches us a hard truth. Emergency powers must expand. Once expanded, rarely contract on their own. It takes principled professionals, people like you, to ensure the law remains the boundary. Be the moral conscience of the system, enforce the law, interpret the law, challenge the law when necessary, but always protect the Constitution that binds us all. Thank you.
Is that 2 minutes? Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you, Sheriff.
Evening, honorable guest, to my fellow dedicated law enforcement officers and to my fellow dedicated state law enforcement officers and federal officers, thank you. Thank your families for allowing you to serve in this profession. That's very hard on all of us. As a former DEA agent, somebody I left my family to go trade, and I still continue to spend time away from my family to serve. So I feel you, and I respect everything that you do. And I want to thank ICD here. But coming here today made me feel good. I saw a deputy chief from Detroit say he's got 40 years on the job. I saw my former sergeant and Wayne County Sheriff, now Chief Driscoll, is up here. So it makes me still feel younger, feel very young, even though I got 31 years on the job. So I thank you. I thank ICD and Mr. Hamid for the invite. And I appreciate you and wish you guys good luck.
Just want to convey a great deal of appreciation to the Wayne County Sheriff deputies, to Detroit Police and Dearborn Police Department. Those three law enforcement agencies never hesitated to provide assistance in safety and security at all important occasions, not just at the ICD, but at different Islamic mosques and institutions around. So on behalf of our community, thank you, Wayne County Sheriff deputies. Thank you, Detroit Police Department. Thank you, Dearborn Police. And in this spirit, I will call on Dearborn Police to say something.
Good evening. I just want to thank Ahmad for putting on such a great event. It reminds me of what we can accomplish when we collaborate and when we communicate with each other. We spend a lot of time in Dearborn building a culture of trust and transparency and building relationships, which allows us to, when we do make mistakes, to be honest and to get the benefit of the doubt. But we try very hard to continue to build these relationships and really provide the service that our residents expect. But I believe it all starts with communication, and today is just really a great example of that. So thank you, Ahmad.
I will end with Sheriff Sampson, Genesee County, rep to speak for 2 minutes. The sheriff always a regular, and the sheriff always attend with us this ceremony. He couldn't be with us today, but his team are here. So on his behalf.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Major Jason Gould. I'm not Sheriff Swanson. So I want to thank all of you for coming together. After 30 years plus of being in public service, to see all of the different agencies come together like this is inspiring to me. This is my first time here, and I want to thank you for doing this, because this is absolutely good for the soul for somebody that's a public servant, to see all of these agencies come together for the common good. So I want to thank you again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Chief Gowski from Dearborn Heights. Chief, I know I said the last, but I forgot that the chief also in his new capacity as a chief.
Thank you. Chief Gazowski, Dearborn Heights Police. I've been the chief here for about 6 weeks. And I think with events like this, I think the one word that comes to mind is gratitude. Very grateful for our community for not only accepting me as their new chief, but really supporting me and coming out in full force. This is about the 12th event I've been invited to, and every single one is fantastic. And I'm just super grateful for their community and for the ICD for hosting this event, and for all of you for showing up, and mostly to my community for the support that I've had over the last several weeks. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you. I always violate what I commit to. I'm going to call Judge Knapp, Judge Acosta, and Judge Sabri. Can you, the three of you, come? Any other judge? Any other judge? Okay. See, because I gave everyone 2 minutes, the judges are going to get 1 minute each. Judges are precise, to the point.
Thank you, Ahmad. It's an honor to be here and an honor to call you my friend. It's always a pleasure to attend this event. I look forward to it every year. You know, we as judges, our job is to ensure justice, right? That requires law enforcement to ensure justice, and it also requires jurors to do justice. Nobody likes to get called for jury duty, but it's an important part of our system. And so if you sit as a juror, you sit as a judge of the facts. So when you have that opportunity, and we have wonderful juries in Livonia, they do a fantastic job, but it requires everybody's participation to make sure that system works. Thank you for being here, or thank you for allowing me to be here and say a few words.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm Judge Nicole Casca. I sit on the same bench with Judge Knapp in the criminal division. And I just want to say that one of the things that we are always trying to do in Wayne County Circuit Court is not only community outreach, where citizens get to find out what is going on with the court and how we're doing it better to support the parties that are coming before the bench, whether it's civil, criminal, juvenile, or probate, but also to be able to have a working relationship with our law enforcement, which for the most part provides security not only here in the courts, but also in our communities, as well as with the parties coming before the bench, the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office. And so with that, as judges, we sit here and we must follow the law, but we also put that same standard upon the parties that appear before us, as well as law enforcement. And so when we can look at each other and treat each other with dignity, with equity, with fairness, then we are truly doing our job. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ahmad. He's so great. And I think you are cuter now than you were 10 years ago. I'm just going to say that right now. And this is amazing. Thank you, ICD. Okay. Go punt.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm Judge Adam Sabri. I'm from 36th District Court. Thank you, Ahmad, for inviting us here. Judges play an important role in the justice system, but I think as law enforcement, as citizens, as people who make decisions and the tough decisions, it's important that we understand as much as we can and get a full perspective on what's going on in the communities that we police. So this is a fraction of our community. It's an active part of the community. I've always been part of this community, and it's, I'm grateful to be a part of this and to be able to share a perspective. So it's important that we all continue to learn, whether it's during Ramadan or during any other type of event or any type of religious community. So I'm echoing everything that's been said before me. It's important to follow the law, and it's important to still be realistic and be a human and understand what it takes to maintain a community and to be fair. So thank you. I hope you all enjoyed this event and got something from this event. And again, thank you for allowing us time to speak.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you all. One final comment, and we wrap it. You know, when we talk about law enforcement agencies and agencies, we talk about us. There is nothing called us versus them versus us. You can see from all agencies you see around and the different police departments, there are Arab and Muslim Americans, police officers, law enforcement agents, and all agencies. So keep that in mind, that we are one and we should continue as one, respect the law, and challenge the enforcement if it wasn't right. That's our basic right that we will never give up. But with that, we continue to be partners, because what makes us united is more what makes us divided. So thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Unfortunately, they gave me a warning that they have to empty this room at 7:10 p.m. I'm not trying to be pushy, but this is the order. You see, agencies say we have the marching orders, we have no say but to follow the marching orders. I just got my marching orders that by 7:10 we have to leave, then I have to follow. We're in the same position when it comes to marching orders. Thank you all. Good night, good night, good night.